Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Queen Ree, American Buddha here. Today, what I got to talk to y'all about, I'm pissed. I'm pissed about it. So I'm warning you now. The Grenadian is gonna come out of me. Um, so I'm job hunting, and I went to two interviews today. The first one I went to this morning. I haven't been home. I just got back home, so I was wearing the exact same thing. Um, and it was an amazing interview. I felt like I was judged based on the content of my character, my experience. I didn't feel uncomfortable. I wasn't given a once over or anything. I was interviewed by two amazing women, a mom and a daughter, and they're doing amazing things. Shout out to y'all. But in the afternoon, I was interviewed in the city. Um, and that interview was real interesting. The interview itself was amazing. If I might say so myself, I'm qualified. I was overqualified. I'm beyond qualified for the position that I went for. I'm in childcare. So I'm doing this interview this evening, and the interview went amazing. I mean, my interviewer even said so. But she had already made me wait over an hour, and I wondered why. That was kind of uncomfortable. Then she made me, while I filled out a few pieces of paper. The first time she came to meet me, when she came to get me in the interview room, I said to her, "Oh, am I not a good fit for this? Because I waited like unreasonably long." And she smiled and said, "No, no, of course, no. But what? That kind of thing." So, okay, then we do the interview. And then she pulls out like three different sets of papers that I have to fill out. Thick papers. Like, I have them like 19 pages. Okay. One set was like 19 pages. So I filled this out. And then she says to me, "When you're done, can you come back in?" And then she tells her receptionist to just take the paper from me and let me go. So now we're in this confusion as to what's going on. Anyway, long story short, she gives me advice, which I thanked her for. And she was giving it to me out of the goodness of her heart because, bless her heart, she doesn't know any better. But she's telling me that, you know, I shouldn't dress the way I'm dressing, and I shouldn't have my hair the way I have my hair. And her reasons were so that we don't cause any, jealousy between the moms. Hmm. Okay. Here's the Grenadian accent. Here's the thing. If you want to give me a uniform, like a particular uniform that you want to provide to me, that's great. If you're leaving it to me to dress, then I will dress in a manner that's comfortable for me. Now, I've had this issue before, and I've heard about this issue before with mothers not liking you. It's never been because of how I dress, but because of who I am or what I look like. I'm beautiful. There are lots of other beautiful black women. We have to get used to that. We have to be comfortable with that. And if you're hiring someone for your child, which is the most precious asset that you have, all of us, it's the most precious asset in the world, the minds of children. And if you are not giving your child the best possible care that they deserve based on how the person that's giving the care looks, then already we're in a lot of trouble. And if this is about your husbands looking or lusting after, then the issue definitely lies with your husbands. I've been in love before, and I've had people come up to me, men and women come up to me, Men that had millions of dollars, men who had claims of all different lengths of their members, didn't get me to drop my panties and run to it. Someone who is in love and someone who respects the person that they're with don't have that issue. And I, as a child care provider, I'm not going to take that responsibility. That responsibility is yours and your husband's. And if I may say so myself, if you have to be worried and compromise the care for your child based on how your husband will react to your nanny, then your marriage is already in trouble. And you should be focusing on some deeper issues than what I look like or what I wear. Because a man who is in love with his wife, there is no chance that some other woman, I'm tired of that crap. It's everywhere. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. Women are constantly being, especially women of color, constantly being labeled as some type of vixens. We just run around taking other people's men. That's not where the problem lies. The problem lies with the men who are supposed to be committed to you, who is not. A dog is a dog. You need to take responsibility. As women on a whole, we need to take responsibility for who we lay down with. I do. If I lay down with a dog and he proves to be a dog, he has to go. It's really plain and simple. So again, we as women need to get together and stop that crap. It is discriminatory. It breeds division and class systems. And that could only lead to drama and destruction, really. We really need to get it together. It's plain old bullshit. And as a nanny, as a child care provider, I'm tired of that shit. I am not responsible for how your husband views me. That's not my responsibility. And if you'll check your history, you would know that that's certainly not my responsibility. His ideas of viewing me and the way he views me has been happening way before me. Okay? Go on YouTube and Google, what's her name? Sarah. Y'all gonna help me with this. What's her name? Anyway, Google her. They had her running all around France, showing her off. Your husband. So we need to address some stuff. And no, I'm not racist. People always think once you bring up racism that you're racist. No, I'm not racist. I am bold enough to talk about it in a very open manner. That's what I am. Bold, not racist. Now I'm done. Think about that. Anyway, I always like to give a challenge. So my challenge for today or for this week is walk up to someone that you made a judgment on. Maybe you might see someone and you're like, oh, God. Walk up to them and ask them a question. Strike up a conversation. We rubbing up against each other in New York City. It's a city of how many millions? 7 million, 8 million. We're all rubbing up against each other all day. We're in the train. We're walking through Times Square, walking through Grand Central Station. Take a moment. It takes 5 minutes out of your time. And someone that you placed a judgment on, you see them, you think something negative or whatever, take a moment to correct that. Take a moment to see what that person is really about. Take a moment, if you can't talk, take a moment to smile. And really what you're taking a moment to do is to recognize that you are making a judgment, to recognize that you are being discriminatory. We have to really be aware of what we're doing. Anyway, I did that for today already. After this meeting, I was on the train all screw faced, and I know that it it is a popular notion that, you know, all Black women have attitude and is screw face. And across me was a white woman. Her name was Sandra. She was from Serbia, and she looked at me and gave me a beautiful smile, but I was all in my head about this meeting, and I was rolling my eyes and like going about it in my head, you know, talking to, you know, thinking about the meeting in my head on the train, like, you know, these damn people. And I didn't smile when she looked at me. I was in the middle of being like, well, I should have told her was. And so, you know, she got some attitude. So I went and sat across, I went and sat next to her, excuse me, and struck up a conversation. So Sandra, thank you so much. She told me all about the Bahamas and her trip there, and I was able to tell her where I was from and encourage her to go there. So um, I already felt like I changed that because I knew she was gonna. She looked away and was like, "All right, I ain't trying to look at her again before she jump on me or something." So I already did that part. Um, anyway, guys, always thank you so much for listening. And this video is not videos are not for me. They're to strike up conversations, you know, to open discussions and dialogues. So please hit me up and thank you for listening to me rant. Oh, no, but really, thank you guys so much. And again, it's Queen Ree, American Buddha here. See y'all later. Bye.